The Revenant is a lesser known movie that I heard about. It's about Bart. He is a soldier in the Iraq War and he gets killed. And however, he wakes up and comes back to life. He's been embalmed already though, and he wakes up in the coffin and it hasn't been buried yet. So he walks back to his friend who, you know, is like freaking out because like he's alive. Bart is a revenant, so he needs blood to survive. And so they decide to use his new power of not dying to attack criminals, kill them, and then drink their blood. So I think the biggest problem this movie has with that is it's really long. It's a full 2 hours long with a pretty interesting concept, but it doesn't know what it wants to be. It's definitely not a horror movie. This is more of a dark fantasy comedy movie, slacker comedy. You know, it's something, it feels like something Kevin Smith would have done. But it's just, the movie is just really bad with its pacing. It takes so long to get started. You know, Bart comes back to life. They don't find out he needs blood till like way later. Scenes are way too stretched out. There's a lot of just like meandering and just sort of like, the movie's not too concerned with editing. So like 45 minutes in the movie, we're still sort of just wandering around, you know, set pieces take too long to get through. It feels like it's trying too hard to be funny sometimes. The movie, the acting, the visual effects are okay, like the gunshots are fine, but the movie doesn't have an emotional core. They were sort of, around the hour mark, they were sort of like hinting at something about like losing your humanity, because over time, as Bart and his friend kill all these people, they sort of lose, you know, the sense of like what it means to hurt people, because like they're, you know, they're just shooting people for whatever reason. But there's no horror edge to it. It's sort of a comedy, and it sort of loses itself because it tries to throw in a romance, and then they bring in an antagonist, but that doesn't go anywhere, and then the movie just sort of ends. It's a really weird, strange movie. It's a very unique film. I've never seen anything like it. That's why I want to check it out. I love zombie movies. I want to see everything zombie. And this is a different kind of zombie movie, but it's not scary. It's not thrilling. It's, you know, interesting in some ideas, but it honestly feels like a sketch with a nicer budget than normal. You know, you can definitely feel the budget sort of waning around at the end there, and not much of a point, no emotional throw lines. Things sort of happen. It just sort of just keeps going on, and then it just ends weirdly. So The Revenant is a very strange and unique film, but you know, it's a little long and not really like worth seeking out in my opinion. So I give it a 4 out of 10.